What's up, guys? My name is Miguel, and today here we are with the red Hemi, and I got the car back, so it's a good thing. The problem is, and I'll just get right to it, because you guys were expecting the Procharger to be on, and so was I, to be honest with you. But we ran into a little issue. Everything was working just fine and stuff. The kit came off a 392 Challenger. So in reality, the only thing I really needed was a 392 intake manifold. I need a couple parts to support that. I got a dampener, I think that's how you say it. I got a map sensor, which didn't come with the kit. And I got a couple more things that I ended up, like bigger injectors and stuff like that, because I am on E85. But for as far as the Procharger, the only thing I got when I got the kit, the 392, because I got the 392 intake manifold. When I got the manifold, it didn't come with the part that comes in the back. And I've seen somebody do a 392 swap. RT Life did it on his channel, and he needed the active runners. From what I understood, I didn't need the active runners, or I thought, because it turns out I actually did needed them. But according to once I was trying to put it on, I didn't need to have them, but turns out I did. So I was missing one little adapter part, and then I was missing the active runner setup. So at that point, it kind of became annoying to work on the car, because the car, I didn't have the car for about a month. So you got to think about it this way. I didn't have the car for about a month. We needed to replace the fans, because the stock fan that comes in the car did not is too big, and it was getting in the way of the Procharger. So you have to go with the smaller fans for the intercooler, for the radiator, I'm sorry. So it kind of got annoying, because I didn't have the car for about a month, and I was like, hey, well, I mean, like, we had it for about a week there, a week at the shop, when and they started like running into problems, like, hey, you're missing this, you're gonna need this, you're gonna need that. So we had to order parts, and we ordered them. We were waiting for them to come in. Everything was going, and it just turns out that we were, it was a whole month that I didn't have my car. And then when we ran into the manifold issue, I was you know what, just put everything back to stock. I don't even want to do this anymore. It's not even fun. Like, I'm trying to put the Procharger on, and it doesn't want to work with me. So I mean, like, every time that we took a step forward, we took 2 steps back, because something was missing and something had to be ordered. So it was like no good to continue at that point. So I was like, you know what, the kit came off a 392 Challenger. I'll just send it off to a 392 Challenger, and I'm just gonna get another kit. It was a stage 2, so I'm kind of sad that I had to give that up. But I mean, I did save the money. I ended up selling the kit. I ended up winning more than what I bought it for. The kit, I got it for $3,000. I'm not gonna say how much I sold it for, but I did sell it for a pretty good amount, and I ended up getting some money off of it. So I did save that money, and that's gonna go towards the next kit, which is probably gonna be another Procharger system, maybe a 6-rip system that actually fits this car. I'm probably gonna look for a stage 2 as well, because I mean, it's not that I'm gonna race, but I might as well, just for the fuck of it. What else? I want, instead of doing the 6.4 intake, I'm gonna go with the 6.1. So I still have the 6.4 intake. I'm selling it, so if anybody wants it, let me know. I might ship it, depends. I mean, I'd rather just meet here locally. If you're looking for a 392 intake manifold and you're in Houston, if you're willing to meet me up here, I'll sell it to you just fine. But as of right now, the car went back to stock. Everything's good. My tuner, Jay Green, which a lot of people, you might know him in the Mopar world, he's been tuning my car for E85. He tuned it for the Procharger, but the Procharger never went on. So right now, as it sits, the car is on a stock engine. Nothing really changed, just the injectors. and it's on E85, and with 1000cc injectors. I mean, that's, and new spark plugs, because we put new spark plug. The car, as far as modifications, is where it's at. It's shorty headers, shorty 6.4 headers, no cats, no mufflers, no resonators. So it's really loud, and it's on E85, like I said, which kind of, I don't know why, but I don't know if it's just me, but E85 makes it a little bit louder, I think, at least in mine. But we did something today, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like it, because I really love the look of it. So let me show you how the car looks now. And bam, we got rid of the Hellcat wheels. We ended up going with the Demon wheels, and look how it sits. It looks so nice. Like they're concave. They're 20 by 9 in the front, 20 by 10, 10 and a half in the back, 285, 35, 20, 275, 40, 20, and 5-inch tip in the back. But look how it sits. They're on Nito tires, the G2, whatever. I'm not a big fan of Nitos. If you're gonna go Procharger or turbo, or if you're gonna supercharge a car at all, do not go Nitos. I'll tell you that. Those are not gonna hook. It's not a good tire. I've seen other brands, Barry Myers will go with like Mickey Thompson or something like that. But I like the way they sit and they look. They are gloss black, 5-spoke. And of course, I still have the R1 concepts in the back. And just like I told you guys, I got you a code if you want to get the R1 concepts. So just message me and I'll give you that. But yeah, that's how they look now, and I'm really loving the look. Like this is, I'm gonna say, like, looks so good. Like, I'm sorry I'm not in a better place to be filming. I just drove it right now today. See how it handles. Everything's fine. And for those of you, you're probably gonna think like, oh, you sold the Procharger, you used the money to buy the wheels. No, I traded somebody. I've never bought wheels ever for this car. I bought it for my V6 once, and I had the SRT10 replicas. And when I got this car, all I did was just trade wheels this entire time, and this is gonna be my final setup. I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of these. I love that look. Like it looks so aggressive and so nice, especially with the chrome lug nuts. That matches the back, matches kind of that. Bumper's gonna be gone soon. Front bumper's gonna be gone soon. We're gonna do a Hellcat conversion. The side one I am gonna keep. I had one issue as well, so let me show you on this side. And bam! This broke off. You see, kind of sucks, you know. It broke off, and it makes a huge difference, but what happened is I think I hit something and it cracked, and then I guess it just fell down, and I just decided to take it off. I cut it off from the rest. I can't save it. I can't put it back together. So I mean, that's how the car currently sits at right now. The push bar's back on. Everything is on. I was originally gonna do a grill delete. I would cut into this. I would cut into that and just leave the outside. That was my original idea. When I put the Procharger on, that way you could see the intercooler perfectly fine. But I don't know, it's just we didn't get to do that as well, so just kept it like that. And as a matter of fact, this bumper has seen better days. This part right here gets really, like, I'm starting to have a bunch of like a bunch of scratches, a bunch of dents and stuff in the front bumper. So I'm just gonna do the Hellcat conversion, switch the bumper. Might keep the push bar. I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it because it looks so aggressive, especially with these wheels. Now it actually looks like a cop car. If I wrap my car black, I'm pretty sure people would think I'm a cop for sure. And if you ever, for anybody that's probably gonna ask, have I ever been pulled over for the push bar? No. Have I ever had the LED on? Not really. I really don't turn it on. Like, the LED is just there mostly for looks, but it is functional. I do have it just in case, you know, later on at night there is like really fucking dark, because I've been to places where there's like no street lights or anything, so I do use it occasionally sometimes, but it's not like an everyday thing. everything is still the same. Took off the badges. I was gonna put the Procharger badge on there, but the Procharger's not on, and I was gonna put a Procharger plate holder, but Procharger's not on. So same thing. I mean, you know, it kind of sucks. You know, I really wanted this project, just like a lot of you wanted this project to finish up. I was gonna be the first 5.7 with the stage 2. Well, no, I'm lying. I was gonna be the second Procharge 5.7 with the stage 2 here in Houston. Number 1 would be to my friend who sold this car, so technically I would be the only one in Houston to have it currently. But yeah, I'm not sure. We're gonna start looking into it. Probably just save up and probably just do it later on. As of right now, we got, like, you know, that was gonna be my last thing. Like I said, that was gonna be my last modification, and I was gonna be done with the car. We're gonna call it a day. That's how the car would stay. I would just make videos from there. But as of right now, you know what, I really wanted that Procharger on, just like you guys. Trust me, I wanted it on just as much as you guys, but it just couldn't happen. So like I said, right now we're gonna try to what we're gonna do is try look for another kit. I'm not in a rush. I'm not gonna buy one new, or I mean, I can buy one new, but I don't want to because they're more expensive. And for, like I said, I got a stage 2 for $3,000. That's a pretty good deal. But yeah, I mean, oh well, like, you know, I was a bump in the road, and to be honest with you, I missed the car. I didn't, you know, I thought it was a long time that I didn't have my car, so I just wanted the car back, honestly. That's the reason why. If not, I would have been at the shop and the Procharger would have been finished, but it just took so long and it wasn't worth it anymore at that point. So yeah, that's how it's like. So it was just like an update for you guys, because I had to tell you guys about this. I know a lot of you were asking what happened with the Procharger as soon as you guys saw me posting it online. Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't get it done, but I mean, don't worry about it, it's still coming. But as of right now, we're just gonna, you know, like, play it cool, I guess. Just calm down. I got a lot of more things coming up that are not car related. For example, one thing that we're gonna do, my dad and I, we have this fence that we have to open. We're going to be putting a fence that slides like that. I mean, it's through a machine, you know what I mean, like fucking like that, for the truck and the car, because the truck are always in here, and we just hate coming in, especially on a rainy day. You come in, you have to open it, you have to hold it because this thing doesn't hold. So it's kind of like, you know what, might as well just do that, work on the house for a little bit. And I want to say one thing, because I don't think there's one person that specifically that keeps talking shit in my videos, and I see it all the time. But let me just go ahead and I'm not sure if you understood in the last video, but I did say after this car, after it's done with the Procharger, that was going to be my last thing, and I was going to start focusing on bigger things as far as like buying a house and stuff like that. I guess he didn't understand that. He said, why don't you buy a house instead of putting on the Procharger? Did I not, did you not fucking see the video? Like, I said it. But yeah, like, that's the next step. I just wanted to finish the car, do everything I wanted to do to the car from the start. When I bought the car, I had every plan for it, and so far I've been doing everything that I wanted for this car, which is what I'm grateful for. Luckily, this car has never gave me any issues. It doesn't have warranty anymore, so everything would be out of pocket. And to be honest with you, I never did get worried about not having warranty anyway. I don't know why. It's just people like, oh, like, if I do this, will it affect my warranty? If you do anything, it's gonna affect your warranty. Just look at it that way. So if you don't plan on, you know, if you're scared of because of warranty, don't do nothing to your car. Simple as that. But yeah, like, I am gonna get a house after this, but it was just putting on the Procharger that would have been it. But I mean, another reason, to be honest with you, is like, I'm not in a relationship, so I'm not like in anything serious where like I'm starting a family and I need to worry about having my own place. that it's kind of, you have to think about it this way. I'm 24 years old. I'm still young. Yeah, I'm saving up money for that anyway, but I'm still looking. And to be honest with you, I want to build a house instead of just buying one, because I want to have like I want to build it to the point where it's like a garage part at the bottom, and then the house would be upstairs, like a 2-story technically, but nothing in the bottom except just it's like more like, think of it more like a warehouse type of look, where it would just be like, as soon as you drive in, you just drive in and you see nothing but you know, where you could put in your cars and stuff, and then the top part of the house, it would actually be the house, something like that. I think that would be cool, instead of like just buying a house from here, somewhere right here, and then it's kind of, you have to fix it up and stuff. You might as well start brand new. But yeah, I mean, that was a long video, 15 minutes. That's pretty fucking long. But I'm not done with the car. More videos are coming. But yeah, as of right now, I think the car where it sits at, probably around 370, 380 wheel horsepower. We're going to have to dyno it soon. I'm still getting with Jay, working on the tune, making sure everything is right, because as of right now the car starts kind of rough, like it barely wants to turn on because of the E85. But I mean, here in Houston we got a couple many areas that have E85, so that's not really an issue, for those of you that ask, you know. And the reason why I did go E85 was because I was going to put the Procharger anyway. But yeah, I get off topic, sorry. So we're gonna keep making videos. I'm still gonna work on the car. You're still gonna see more videos coming up, but as of right now, this is gonna be the way it sits for a while. Bumper's gonna be gone, front bumper's gonna be gone, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I am coming back. I am gonna make more videos. But until then, I guess I'll catch you guys next time.